Okay, this lesson for the Koine Project Class, I'd like to look at one text, Colossians 1, verse 23. We started an evaluation of landmarkism, a series yesterday. I'm working on the next presentation, which will be in the next day or two. But right now, I wanted to just drop in and take a look at this text and show the significance of the implications in it that are certainty, that achieve certainty and give us a reason for certainty. But in Colossians 1:21, it says, "And you were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now he hath reconciled in the body of his flesh through death to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight." So you that were sometime alienated and enemies, he's reconciled. So let's look at verse 23 and see what that will tell us, because it appears in English if, and sometimes that's perceived as maybe you will, maybe you won't. But this is about what Christ has accomplished in the reconciliation and not what we achieve as a condition, that the outcome of all that Christ accomplished would co-depend upon us. So that will show you quite a remarkable. So Colossians 1:23. Actually, it says since, and this little word here, gad, we'll just put since. We'll use it for emphasis. Indeed, since indeed, and then we have epi, that's upon. Remember that word, upon. Min ete. Since indeed you all are abiding, you all are abiding. There, abiding upon, and this is key here. Te, the faithfulness. Be stay, the faithfulness. The faithfulness. Notice that. Looks like this marker's tired. So the faithfulness. And then he says, describing them, te, the meli, o, omenois, excuse me. So as ones who have been founded. This is that verb for foundation, or to found, lay a foundation, have been founded and are always being, passive voice, being founded. Sometimes we write remaining founded, but I'm trying to show the permanence of this, founded. And then let's put a colon here. Indeed, Kai, indeed. Let me see. Edry, oi. Edry, indeed. This is settled ones. It's an adjective, settled ones. And not, Kai, and not, this is an interesting word, meta. It's a word in association with, meta. And this is from kinetics, motion, kinu, minoi. Now this is a present passive participle, and not as one's being. Remember, it's passive, present passive participle. Perfect tense is ones who have been once for all. This is perfect passive participle, founded and always being founded. This is as one's being moved in, I'll just add disassociation with. And then Paul tells them, apo, away from, tes, genitive case, tes, el, pidos, the certainty, nice word there for hope, isn't it? Certain expectation, it's certain, it's sure, it's not the wishy-washy type. The certainty of the gospel, of the euangelion, of the correct message. Now, I emphasize that because this is about the grace of God. It's about what Christ accomplished. The correct message is exclusively Christ. Correct message. And he said, which correct message, which, let me put of here, of which a sate, you all heard. Then he said, of the one, or of the gospel, correct message, of course, the gospel which was preached. Let's get our preached in here. Thentos, sorry. Which was preached, that's aorist passive, of the gospel which was preached in, sorry about that, in all, passe, in all, let me see, in all the creation, could say, there we go. There we go. Yeah, in all the creation. Just freehanding it, so I had to stop there and think it through. Then he says, when he repeats this definite article, it's in the, then we understand creation to be the noun that takes this article. In the creation, under, hypo, under, ton, uranon, yeah, under the heaven. And Paul then said, of which gospel, he said, gen omain, that's from genomized opponent. I became, he said, ego, I myself. Paul, Palos. So there's Paul, transliteration. Paul became a servant, diakonos. That's deacon transliterated. I became a servant. I'll write it here. So it's not what we'd say. It's not a grave error to say when you see if as if it's a doubt. It's just not in this case. It's quite a certainty here. Since indeed you all are abiding upon the faithfulness, that's not our faithfulness, that's the faithfulness of Christ. The same faithfulness Paul said in Galatians 2:16 is the faithfulness out from which we have been declared right. That is the faithfulness of Jesus Christ. We believed into him in order that we might be declared right out from the faithfulness, or Jesus Christ's faithfulness, as ones who have been founded and are always being founded indeed settled ones, and not as ones being moved in disassociation with, and that would be explained here, that would equal away from the certainty of the correct message of which you all heard, of the gospel which was preached in all the creation, in the creation under the heaven, of which gospel I myself, Paul, became a servant. So it's a certainty. The outcome's a certainty. This is true. It's not abiding upon our particular faithfulness. It's the faithfulness. And in that text and all of Paul's letters, he speaks of the faithfulness of Christ, and even spoke in Philippians as not being found having our own righteousness, which is the righteousness out from the law, but rather the righteousness through Christ's faithfulness. So it's quite remarkable. It's a great text. You can look at it and I'll step back for just a moment and you can look at it. Now check it out from your Blue Letter Bible. I just freehanded it. Too much going on today, too many needs in families, and preparing for a funeral this day after tomorrow, and unexpected things happen to families very suddenly. So I just wanted to step in and give you the assurance that all that Christ accomplished in the reconciliation does it now for those of us who believe into him for everlasting life. Now, that to assure that takes place according to what he accomplished doesn't now codepend upon our subsequent performance. So go back and read that. You'll enjoy it. But notice the certainty here that it's a determined condition, and all of this is because of the faithfulness of Jesus Christ. So have a blessed day.